Glad to see you as always.
and survival training to anyone in need.
I'll get my recruitment bid
For a
ready.
safe haven, go to our headquarters in the refuge.
We're a group of people who banded together to help the helpless. We cure the sick and protect the defenseless as best we can. The first responders were founded by paramedics, firefighters, police officers, and others who survived the Great War and continued to do their original jobs. We've taken up their banner and
bear to see
keep
another
their
friend
ideals
turn.
alive.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies.
Well, I was dispatched here as a kind of peep, but really, we just want to help in whatever way we can. All the people moving into the area has increased the chances of conflict. We want to limit that. And to make this mostly pristine wilderness safer for settlement in general.
Message will repeat.
While the original organization was headquartered at Morgantown Airport, the destruction of that place made it necessary for us to reestablish ourselves at a new location. And now we are based at the Refuge, a safe harbor for any soul, built inside the old White Spring Resort. I suggest you take some time to visit if you're ever in that area. It's a sight to behold.
Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern. And
I'm happy to oblige.
if you volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely
About me? Well, I guess I have some little bit to share.
repeat.
According to the official record, I'm what they've termed a constable. That's a kind of officer of the peace, if you aren't familiar. Of course, putting a badge on a man does not automatically suit him to that title, so I tend not to emphasize it. I manage this new outpost of ours. I try to keep the nastier critters at bay and cross my fingers that we can keep the other factions from going to war with one another.
From the Flatwoods Tavern. And if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely
In a manner of speaking, a small town called Night Ridge, on the southern border with old Virginia proper. We survived the bombs, almost unscathed if you can believe it. Lived in peace for most of my life. It was only with the rush of folks flooding in, searching for that treasure of theirs, that our lives were upended. Night Ridge was raided,
set up a camp
I
at
fled,
Flatwoods,
and was swept along to the Responders' Refuge,
and survival
where I
training
took
to
up my
anyone.
present vocation.
Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern. And if you can volunteer
Well,
some time to help out,
the unfortunate answer to that question is, I don't know. I had a father and a sister. My mother died when I was young. We were separated, you see, when we left our home for Appalachia. I don't know if they're alive or dead, though I would dearly love to find out.
hi folks, this is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering
I
supplies,
sincerely hope so.
medical treatment, and survival
Thank you for
training
saying.
to anyone in need. Look for us in the church
Remarkably
across from
peaceable,
the Flatwoods
considering
Tavern.
broader circumstances,
If you can volunteer some
apocalypse
time
and
to
all.
help out,
We hunted our own food, knitted our own clothes. We were isolated, but life went on much as it had. When the raiders came and drove us to the real wasteland, I came to realize how much I'd taken my life for granted. It's only natural to join up with the responders and work toward building a world like we used to have.
hi folks, this is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. Set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies,
Another topic it is.
medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the
I'll
Flatwoods
share what
Tavern.
little I know.
And if you can volunteer some time to help out,
It's only recently that we've all built up a presence in this area. Aside from the responders, there are the Settlers of Foundation, the Crater Raiders, the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Outside of all them, you'll run into plenty of less savory folk in the wasteland. The Blood Eagles are even crazier than the Raiders. Same goes for the Cult of the Mothman for the most part, though we are trying to learn more about this group ourselves.
and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church
The Settlers are
across
city
from the Flatwoods
slickers,
Tavern.
but they have the right idea. I get along fine with them and Blue Ridge. They help everyone get more what they need, albeit for a price. I'm more nervous around the Raiders and the Brotherhood. Neither of their methods sit right with me, but I'll work with who I can. We responders try to keep an open mind. The doors of the refuge are open to anyone who comes knocking in need of help. In that sense, we're a neutral body. Heck, that's one reason we've set up camp in this place. As a friend to all, we want to do our best to keep the other factions from clawing at each other's throats.
Volunteer some time to help out. definitely use it. This message will repeat.
The settlers have built up a thriving blue-collar community at Foundation, to the southeast. They're using the knowledge of the old world to rebuild things in the traditional sense.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders.
The Raiders, based in the crater to the north, are a rowdy bunch who will do whatever it takes to survive. They see themselves as returning to their homeland. Want to kick out other...
Ed, if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use
The Brotherhood of Steel came from afar and set up at Fort Atlas in the northeast. They're a militant bunch of ex-soldiers who want to reestablish the old order. The Blue Ridge Caravan Company are merchants and traders who plot up and down the Blue Ridge Mountains. They've set up a base camp around the big tunnel system to the southeast.
supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need.
Perfect. What I'd like to talk about.
And if you can volunteer some time to help out,
So long then.
definitely use it. This message will repeat.